What's up, everybody? We are Nakama here today. We're going to be covering a topic that has been around for a while. Fake anime fans. Pretty much what we think about it, experiences, etc. We're going to dive into this one. So let's start a round off. Hanson, introduce yourself. Go.
Obviously, James Hanson. From my experience, I've been pretty much the same. I've been a so-called fake anime fan back in the past, but I've learnt not to really give a fuck after, I'd say, a year of being an anime fan. I was always, you know, especially with girls, always, you know, scared to say, yeah, I really like this shit.
It's hard to, you know, kind of say, hey, I love Bleach, and the reaction
Exactly.
you get.
Over time, I just, at the end of the day, I got great shows that I love to watch, and it just didn't become a bothersome anymore. More people began to accept me for who I was, and I just didn't give a fuck. So that's pretty much my experience.
That's pretty, Bleach-like of you. Emily, go ahead, go.
I actually don't think I've ever, like, not been, like, an anime fan. Like, I remember, like, in high school, I was one of those, like, kawaii desu, like, running around, being a fucking freak. No one wanted to be my friend, sitting in the corner eating lunch by myself, regretting some things. No, but I mean, like, I always loved anime, channeled it inside and out. I guess more in my, closer to now years, I've kind of grown up from being that weird fucking kid. I'm still weird, but not quite as, like, you know, that weird. I don't think I've ever been a fake anime fan, and I can't really stand to be around people who pretend I know personally that they like anime, and then, like, in front of my friends they're like, anime's stupid, it's for kids, it's cartoons. It's like, it's shameful.
Hypothetically speaking, let's just say there's this guy, we'll call him Greg. He's a big anime fan. He loves Toriko. We'll go with that. He loves Toriko, and you know he loves Toriko. But y'all around a group of people.
He loves Boa, dude. Boa.
Toriko and Boa.
Quick anime recommendation. Boa, go check it out.
It doesn't exist, but go ahead. And you know he's around a bunch of people, and you know he likes it, but he is like, oh, that shit is so stupid. Who the fuck will watch that? That shit is garbage. What do?
I would just call him out on it and be like, really? That's so funny, because, like, the other day you were just talking about how da-da-da.
But that's your friend.
I don't care. I'm a bitch. I don't care.
Poor Greg.
That's just disrespectful to being an anime fan. That's just, like, disrespecting himself, and in the long run, I'd like to think that he would thank me for, like, pointing it out, how much of a dickhole that person was being.
Elton John, go ahead.
You mean John Lennon?
Yeah, John Lennon, my bad.
Yeah. As you can see, I'm a fake anime fan. I identify as one. This is a green screen behind me. All my videos are fake. Pretty much.
Very 3D looking.
It's all green screen.
Same scenario, just a little twist. Greg loves Boa. He has a Boa poster one day, and he's walking into the store with it. And his friends meet up with him, and they're like, yo, Greg, what's that doing in your hand? And he right by Greg. And Greg just starts ripping that thing in half. And he's like, oh, no, this shit is ugly. I don't know. I just found this in the trash. What do?
Well, you know, that's his own decision. This is something he has to, you know, decide for himself what he wants to do. If he values being cool and people's perceptions of him over who he really is.
I think you're overlooking the main part of the question, but,
whatever.
I mean, I don't blame you for that because it wasn't a complete question. What size is the roller coaster, and when was
Wait, what?
the size of the roller coaster?
The size of the boat?
Yes.
I don't know, 23?
Like that one, you know, like, I don't even know what that was.
I'd say the wall scroll behind you.
That one right there on your wall.
Yeah, the wall scroll. If anything, I would just be disappointed in them and say, you know, fucking, you shouldn't be ashamed of who you are and what you like.
I'd like, whatever. Like, if that's what they want to do, they might grow out of it at some point, or they might feel like
then it makes everyone who is a good anime fan look like shit. It makes them look wishy-washy.
I don't care how I'm
ripping Boa in half.
Like,
don't just
look at this. Just bought it. Just fucking bought it. Garbage.
What about if you're a big Boa fan as well? Like, you ride or die, you wake up and the first thing you think of is Boa.
Then you would just be an idiot because he has the fucking poster with him, just like randomly has this poster, and then he rips it in half if people see him.
That would just be embarrassing.
I would say that makes him way more suspicious if he started to rip it up right when people questioned him about it.
My life is a lie.
Oh, I have made a terrible decision, but you guys helped me realize this. Let me rip it up.
Break it down, dog. Fake anime fans, how do you feel? Experiences? What would you do to Greg?
Anyways, as far as that goes, whether it's anime, you know, whatever it is that you're into, as long as you stay true to yourself, you know, you may not be the most popular person there, but if you stay true to yourself, you're bound to find friends that are similar to you, whether it's online, whether it's, you know, in person. If you stay true to yourself, then you'll be happier.
Yo, that Bob Bizzle wisdom, it's like music to my ears. Oh man, I hear it right there. Oh.
If you hide what you really like and who you truly are, then you're gonna end up maybe looking cooler to people, but you're gonna have like friends who like you don't even care about and like you don't like the same things and shit. So it's better to just be true to yourself, and you'll find actual friends. You know.
And what would you do to Greg if he ripped up that Boa poster?
I'd give him a pat on the back.
And you love Boa in this scenario.
I give him a pat on the back, dude. He's probably going through some.
If I loved it so much, that wouldn't be. But that's not even the right name of it. It's got the name on it. It's not even what it's called. So I wouldn't be that big of a fan if I'm still calling it Boa. Like, I've never even seen the series. So.
Just laying the smackdown on Boa.
Shin Dizzle. Go ahead.
Alright, well, me personally, I don't think I've ever been called a fake anime fan before. I don't think that's ever happened. I've always been a fan of anime, and I've never really been ashamed to show it. Even in high school when I first started getting into it, I'm not much of an artist or anything like at all, but I would like draw, you know, during school and stuff. And I really wouldn't care if people, you know, would see and be like, oh, what the fuck is this shit? I would just be like, whatever, you know, you like your shit, I like mine.
I got a different scenario for you.
Oh, okay.
You and Greg are best friends. Y'all going to a tattoo shop. He's telling me, yo, I'm gonna get Boa tattooed on my arm.
What is with your scenarios?
A Boa tattoo
I think if you're
on
at the
my
point
arm.
of getting tattoos, you probably get the name right.
And he's like, yo, I'm
He
going.
gets the name too. He gets a tattooed Boa.
You arrive at the tattoo parlor, and he's like, yo, I'm getting it. And the minute he sees a pretty chick, he said, no, I'm not getting it. What's Boa? I'm getting Arnold Schwarzenegger on my arm. What do you do?
What the fuck?
Basically, I'm just gonna call him out and be like, yo man, we came all the way here for your fucking Boa. We're gonna get you a piece of fucking Boa.
Dude, but if
Don't
he's not
check
sure
it out.
about it, then
Yeah.
you'd force him to get a picture on him that's on his skin forever, and he doesn't even want to anymore.
He wants Arnold Schwarzenegger, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, let him get the Schwarzenegger. dude.
That's a
Speedo.
really neat jerk reaction.
Dude.
He would have to get the tattoo of Arnold Schwarzenegger on the body of Chopper, and that would be alright.
There you go. There's a happy medium right
You
there.
gotta call up
Or
Paul
actually, even better
Asper.
yet, you have to get the face of Dr. Phil on Chopper. That way he'll be
Totally
accurate to
Schwarzenegger.
my Fox movie portrayal of Chopper.
This all has to do with how we want others to perceive us. And the thing about this is, if somebody's going to think of me differently or more to the point, think less of me because, oh, you like anime, well, fuck them. I'm entitled to like whatever I want, and if they don't like it, well, you know, fuck them.
Hell's fucking yeah, standing up for what you believe in. Boa for the win.
Actually, about perceptions and stuff, I want people to perceive me as John Lennon, so whenever I go to an anime convention, I get all the Yokos.
Can you be more specific with Yoko's?
The one with the red hair and the big tits. No, but really, it's like, there's a System of a Down quote when they were in an interview, and he said, perception is the mother of deception, so we don't give a fuck how we're perceived, pretty much. So it's like, don't, just be who you are, don't try to, like, shift how people see you, just, like, people see you how you fucking are, it's like, whatever.
Be who you are
think-
and say
yeah,
what you
I've got
feel. Because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind.
I've got a different experience with this than everybody else because I'm like old and shit, but I grew up, I don't really watch an anime. I've seen little bits and pieces of it. I never had cable or anything, so I was never really like hardcore into anime until after I'd already graduated, after I was like, you know, out of my own school world, having to work and all, but that's when I was getting into anime. So back when I was in school, you know, I
What was the
liked
world like
something
back in the 60s?
back in the 60s,
Shouldn't you be asking John here?
Hey, wasn't
anyways, I
I
wasn't
killed
really
in the
that
60s?
big into it. I'd seen some things that I liked. I didn't really know what was anime or cartoons or anything back then, but it wasn't really like a big thing to me until like afterwards. So it wasn't really a big issue, but you know, regardless, you still gotta stay true to the things that you like.
At the time when I was in high school, it was kind of easy for me to kind of stay away from it because when people said, oh, you like anime, I went, well, did you watch Dragon Ball Z? Yeah. that was an anime, they'd shut up. But
At the same time, like, I agree with what Bob's saying, like, but at the same time, if you want people to perceive you a certain way, that's cool too. I don't give a fuck. Like, do what you want, you know?
I think as you
But
get
then you're
older,
selling
you-
it-
You can do what you want, but if you want people to perceive you as someone that you're not, you're still not going to be happy with it. I think we've all been there I think we've all been there at a time in our youth. We wanted to be
I'm just
cool.
saying, I'm not trying to,
And we
like,
still on tape, we're not
I mean-
cool.
But what about
So-
Cat in the Hat?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Say who,
Like-
say
like-
what you.
No, like,
What?
you know, Cat in the Hat is like, let's just say I went to, because I wanted to be down with
What?
some dudes, and I wanted to chill with them, and they were all into Cat in the Hat, and I come with my Cat in the Hat on, and I'm just like, yo, I'm down for Cat in the Hat. And then I'm signed up for like a 5-year membership of one of these Cat in the Hat concerts. I'm fucked. You see what I'm
Or what
saying?
if, like,
But where'd you meet these people that are actually into Cat in the Hat?
Well,
Craig's,
It's a hard world out there, right? Come on.
I have a big ass Pikachu.
Get him a giant bottle of ketchup.
I feel like
How do I-
alternative.
Hey, I got ketchup, guys. Last but not least, me. I didn't say my piece. I'm not going to speak too much because I'm actually going to have a video on my main channel, linking this back, vice versa, whatever. But for the most part, I mean, at the end of the day, when I was younger, I wasn't as confident about sharing my likes because I would be a little bit embarrassed about them. You know, I like Dragon Ball Z, I like Pokemon, etc. As you get older, I think it's just more of a maturing nature to the point where you're just like, fuck whatever people think. Like, unless you're really just one of those like people that you just want to fit in with people, then, you know, I guess do as you please is up to you. But me personally, I would never want to sell myself short of what I like and what I enjoy and spreading what I like and what I enjoy. Obviously, I'm not going to run outside butt naked screaming Pokemon for the win. Does that, you know, nobody does that.
I did that with the Pikachu
I'ma be a
just
Pokemon
an hour
master.
before, but
But, you know, nobody does that in any form of entertainment. Nobody runs out, yo, I love The Hobbit, man, you know. So at the end of the day, as
I
long
don't
as
there's
think we
some
should say
there's some
nobody.
pretty big 50
Well,
Shades of Grey fans out there.
there's probably people who do it. I mean,
rational people. I guess like you go through different stages in your life because when you're much younger, you don't have an idea of what humility is or whether to be embarrassed about something or not. As you progress older and the more mature kids, you know, they start passing down their ideals and shit like that to the younger kids. You feel like, okay, these people aren't into these type of things anymore.
there's
Maybe
no reason to
conform.
be embarrassed about it unless you like
There's some
Boku no
people-
Pico shit. You know?
There's some people that they think that, yo, I'm going to be the laughing stock if I say I like these cartoons. I'm going to be the laughing stock. So there's people that are in that type of mind state and they think maybe I shouldn't do this. And then I guess it's just as you get older, you decide what you want to do, whether you want to be just pretty much saying fuck people, whether you want to just try to fit in with society. It's really up to you at the end of the day when you get to a point in your life where you're able to make a choice of your own.
I think part of it I had an experience with is like people aren't necessarily trying to hide it and like embarrassed about it, but a lot of people, they just don't talk about it because they don't think anybody else is interested. But if I start up a conversation like some kids at lunch or something, I'll start talking about Naruto or something, then if they know about it, they'll join in. Like they won't be like, oh, the fuck, why you watch that shit? If like there's people who, you know, they won't bring it up in a conversation.
That's not the problematic aspect. Like, it's fine if you're not, like,
Yeah, yeah.
again, I said, it's not like, you know, that you're trying to, it's not like a religion or something. You're like, let me spread this anime religion. It's more so just like, if somebody says, do you like a specific thing? Is like, why would you bother to say, nah, fuck that shit. That shit is trash. I ain't into
Yeah,
that
yeah.
bullshit. That's mainly for me personally, that's the problematic issue when it comes to fake anime fans. Mainly
That's weird though, because like, wouldn't you want other people who are into anime to talk to?
Well, again, that goes back to the whole being scared of what people might say and the judgment aspect. It's like people
Surprisingly.
think, well, maybe they're going to think I'm a kid. Well, overall, I guess the consensus is at the end of the day, you do what you want to do. Me personally, just love what you love. Don't be embarrassed about it. Obviously, don't scream out loud because you want to be a rational person. But, you know, do what you do. I guess we'll end it off like that. Anyone final thoughts?
Be true to yourself.
Bobby's God.